Hey friends, I hope you've had a great weekend and thanks again for joining me for this brand new webisode of Political Peaks. Primary elections across the state are just a few days away, so I figured I'd update you on any last-minute information before you mail out your ballots or head to the polls. Here in the Wasatch Back, we have two major primary elections happening, one in Park City and the other in Heber. Midway did not have enough candidates to constitute a primary election, so voting for any open offices there won't happen until the general elections in November. In Park City and Heber, voting will take place primarily by mail, and residents should have already received their ballots. And if you decide to mail in that ballot, it needs to be postmarked on or before tomorrow, August 12th, in order to qualify. If you aren't able to mail in your ballot before that deadline, Park City has set up two ballot drop-box locations, one at the City Municipal Building and the other at the market at Snow Creek Plaza. Heber will have a ballot drop-box location set up at Heber City Hall. And if you don't have a ballot yet, or if you received a damaged ballot, both Park City and Heber will have voting assistance centers set up so you can cast your vote in person on August 13th. Park City's Voting Assistance Center will be at the Park City Municipal Building inside the City Council chambers and will be open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. Heber will have theirs set up at the Heber City Hall, and it will also be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. You'll need to bring in a current driver's license that has your Park City or Heber address listed. If you recently moved to Park City or Heber and your driver's license is not up to date, you'll need a valid picture ID with proof of residence in order to vote. You can find out more information on the election tabs at both parkcity.org and heberut.gov. And for those of you who didn't vote in the primaries because you weren't registered, I'm going to show you how you can do so now, so you don't have an excuse to not vote come the general elections in November. There are a couple different ways that you can register, but the fastest and easiest way to do so is to head to voter.utah.gov on your computer or smartphone and click Register to Vote. This will have you fill in some quick information on a short online form that should only take you about 10 to 15 minutes to fill out. Two very important things to keep in mind if you want to register to vote online. One, your current address must match the address listed on your driver's license. So if you've moved recently, you're going to want to take care of that and change your address as soon as possible. But the good news is that 24 hours after you change your address, you can head online to register. And two, the online form must be submitted at least 7 days before the election in order to be eligible to vote. So give yourself plenty of time before November's general elections come. Trust me, they'll sneak up really fast. I would recommend filling it out as soon as possible. And if computers aren't your thing, you can still register to vote by mail by heading to the same website, voter.utah.gov, and printing off the Utah voter registration form. This process will take a little bit more time and requires you to postmark that application 30 days before the election in order to qualify. The website is also home to a ton of voter resources like sample ballots, polling locations, as well as candidate bios. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's webisode of Political Peaks. I hope I prepared you well for this week's primary elections. As always, follow us on all of our social media at Park City TV and check out the all-new parkcity.tv for more great community content. We'll have all new episodes of Peak Bites and Political Peaks dropping next week, so until then, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.